Yeah, he's not available tonight, so Schmidt's going to come back and dress up, or back up, sorry. I don't have a timeline right now. We just came in today. He was sore, so that's what we're doing for today. We don't play till Wednesday, so we'll have a few days to sort through it. Excuse me.
As our Holtz mentioned, he's getting a little more confident. Like, what have you seen in this game recently that kind of has picked up? And also, what are the conversations like on getting the role of a wonderful player?
Well, we started that from day one. I think he had a lot of chances each night, but I didn't want that to interfere with his overall game. If he was, going to get frustrated, and then if they don't go in, start cheating for offense. Just play your game, play the way we want to play, and be one of five guys on the ice that is playing the right way. And I think the pucks will find, and they have. Now he's making a few more plays. I think having Carly in the middle helps him a lot. Helps any young winger. He's really good at putting out fires. Carly, he'll communicate situational things on the bench with him. I think scoring his first goal there last week probably helped him a lot. Like, that lifts one weight off your shoulders, and I just think they've complemented one another. Pearson does a good job there. He's in the right spots when they turn pucks over on the forecheck. So I just think his overall effort to create turnovers and then put out fires in our end has been better from the start. And not that it was bad, but he's just more determined in that area. And one of the conversations, Carly plays against a lot of good lines. So if you want to kind of stay in that line, you have to value that part of the game. That check well when you don't have the puck to get it back, and I think he has.
When you have like a high upside young player like that, how important is it to kind of surround it with steady veterans like for Pat as well with Howden and Thomas?
Well, we try to do that if we can. I think it's just easier for their development. The NHL has changed. It used to be called it's not a development league. You got to be ready to play. I don't believe that anymore. I think there's too many. The salary cap has dictated that you're going to have those younger entry level contracts, and obviously some of those young guys are ready, but a lot of them are still learning on the fly, and you have to, as a coach, have some patience with that. Understand where they are in their career and help them build value in those areas we just talked about. And they have to buy in, right? I mean, if they don't, they're ultimately on the ice and have to, like I said, value that part of the game or not. So it's easier to do that when you're playing with an established guy beside you that makes it easier for you, but also pulls you along. And by pulling you along, helps sell the team concept, right? Because a lot of these young guys they feel like they're judged by whether they scored that night or not, and sometimes they are, fairly or unfairly, but we're trying to judge them in the room. Are you helping us win every night and get better with certain details of the game and not losing your offensive opportunities? That's what I always worry about. If a guy doesn't have a chance for 10 games, well, what's going on there? Is he losing his confidence? Are we not putting him in the right spot? If they're not going in, well, there's good goalies in this league and there's good defenders that'll block shots, so you have to keep at it, and that's where experience comes in.
How do you want your team to play against Utah?
I'd like us to be clean through the neutral zone as much as possible. They're one of those 1-1-3 teams, so they protect their blue line. So let's get through there with some speed and make a good decision with the puck. Defend their east-west plays. I think they make good seam passes in D-zone. They've got some speed on the wings that drive pucks deep and then look for that seam play so we can't over-back check. And those areas have good sticks in the middle of the ice. Be physical against their D. Let's get in, turn some pucks over. Then win the slot battle.
Have you been part of a team, Bruce, early in a season like this, coaching-wise, that's been this good at home? Like this?
I'd have to think about that. I don't know. I'll use Boston as a reference, and I thought a good home team. I might be wrong on that. We always believe we played well there. I don't know if we ever started this well, to be honest. It seems like we're getting offensively, the pucks are really going in here, and then I'll use Howie the other day in LA, right? Gets a post and a great chance. The goalie makes a save. Those were going in earlier. And that's going to happen. Goalie's going to make saves, and you're going to lose a bit of puck luck. So I think a lot of these things even out in the end. We want to be a good home team. Do we go into each game expecting to win? Of course, we prepare to win, but it's something that we take pride in. We want to get going on the road and get some W's there. So that's why I think both sides of that will even out. We're going to eventually lose some of the bounces here and get some on the road too. So, but no, I can't remember having, coming out of the gate this quick. protecting the blue line, the D having the gaps to create a good angle, then to challenge the puck carrier. And sometimes they do, but maybe they're not confident in where the forward's coming back, reloading right. So we have to fix that, and because we've been a really good team at that. The trust factor has to be there, and that could be a little bit of newness. That could be they just don't feel comfortable killing the rush, and I think that's part of it, getting them to be a little more aggressive and confident that, you know, we're going to be there as forwards to support the weak side of the ice. And then some of it is we've gotten beat one-on-one a little bit in those areas because we're not playing through hands enough. And I've discussed that, right? The summer hockey, I call it summer, you know, the July, August skating sessions, that's not a top priority. It's skill development, get your conditioning. So we try to build that into camp, but that's just a process that I think takes time. And I think every team goes through it. I think that's why scoring's usually up early in the year. So that's the next biggest thing, eliminate those plays once you do decide to go. That, to me, is the issues. I think our structure overall, the guys understand what we're trying to do. It's now let's just get out there and trust one another to do it.